off, and so has
Hello, I'm Kurt Gowdy for NBC Sports. The 1973 World Series was seen by the largest viewing audience in the history of the Fall Classic. Listen to these figures. Nearly 60 million viewers watched each game, while a grand total of more than 419 million fans saw the complete 7-game series. The largest baseball audience in history watched the second game. That was the Sunday game from the Oakland Coliseum, and close to 70 million people watched the Mets and the Oakland A's in that second World Series game. Now, obviously, our primary function is to bring to you the baseball action on the field. However, we do have the opportunity to show some of the pregame ceremony and pageantry, which is all part of the World Series. Before each game, a well-known performer sings our national anthem. Jim Nabors, a popular TV personality. Robert Merrill, Metropolitan Opera star. Tennessee Ernie Ford, a longtime favorite. Tony Martin, a popular performer for many years. There are umpires lined up at home plate. Also, it's traditional to have an outstanding personality throughout the ceremonial first pitch. Casey Stengel, always clowning, always the center of attention. One more home run, and he ties Babe Ruth's all-time record. That's a great sports fan, Bob Hope. And the always poised and smooth Joe DiMaggio. Viewers watching in their homes are caught up in the excitement when there are big, noisy crowds who react to what's happening on the field. And we try to capture the fans' reaction by making it part of our NBC baseball telecast. In the periods between the play action, some of the drama and tension can be transmitted by the use of close-up shots. Jones is the best athlete on the Mets. The matinee idol of America, Yogi Berra. Dick Williams, 72 and 73 here with the A's.
The A's wives.
Mrs. Babe Ruth. And a really big shoe here at Shea Stadium tonight.
In the dugouts, Yogi Berra on the left, Dick Williams on the right. It's tense here in Oakland.
For the first time in a World Series telecast, a portable camera was utilized, which was microwave. Now, since it was not cable connected, we could take that camera and move to all parts of the stadium, both in Oakland and in Shea Stadium in New York.
There you see our muchly traveled crew moving around the stands that have been providing the shots from all sorts of angles.
His name is Corey Leibel. Here's a sequence of shots from different angles taken by the handheld camera. Our man was on the roof for this panoramic shot. This is another shot by our handheld camera. Weighs 75 pounds, is battery operated. Many fans have been calling in to ask about it. And it's beamed back to the control truck via microwave. The microwave receiver is located on our center field camera platform. It's manned by 3 men. There's the microwave out in center field. Another innovation was employed when the starting pitchers took their warm-up. This was the utilization of a taped insert by a coach or manager or player to analyze the pitcher's delivery while we watched his pitching style in slow motion.
Tom Seaver's primarily a power pitcher. He has a real good fastball, curve, change, and slider, and he has real good command of all of them.
pitcher is a kind of pitcher, is a control pitcher. Relies on his slider and his fastball, and also he'll make a change on his curveball once in a while, or a straight changeup. He's a pitcher that really has a lot of determination and knows what he wants to do when he goes out there.
At the end of each half inning, a commercial minute is played. And we try to capture a frozen frame which tells a story as we lead into each commercial. The teams have all reached the World Series by being the best, of course, in their respective leagues. However, even the best make errors and have misplays. Our NBC cameras captured this kind of action.
They're home before their roaring fans. Into the dirt and back to the way. Into the dugout. And the score is Leon. Little tupper to the box. Hunter bobbles the ball. He tried to backhand it. Normally an excellent fielding pitcher. And right now everything's going wrong for Jim Hunter and the A's.
Let's look at it again from our center field camera. The second time it's happened in this series where a pitcher gotten the ball stuck in his glove. It happened to Fingers in the first game. Follow through, right foot over left, has to come back on the ball now. And I think he may have made a cardinal mistake trying to look at that runner before he had possession of the ball.
The two-strike delivery. A ground ball to the right side. Leon lets the ball go through his leg. And here the score is Holtzman. Right through the legs of Felix Leon, who went down for it.
Not hit well, backing up on the ball. Leon showing a little insecurity. World Series pressure, I don't know, but he came up too soon, went down on that knee, and he was a dead man.
2 outs, Rudy at first. 2 runs in. And there's a base hit into center field by Bando. Rudy makes the turn. Mays fumbles the ball, and Rudy comes on to third.
Mays will probably be given an error. He charged the ball well. The ball bounced up. Rudy had stopped at second base. Watch Willie. Rudy had pulled to a stop at second base as the ball bounced off his wrist, and then thought back to those scouting reports, instinctively said he can't throw.
Mets are on top, 2-0. Last of the 4th inning. He hits it to Bando. He boots the ball. Everybody's safe.
Watch it again. Sell getting a rough hop, playing off the line once again from Leon, trying to protect that hole. He got the in-between hop, did not keep the ball in front of him.
Fly ball to left field, hit pretty well, and it is lost in the sunshine.
There's that Sunfield again. That ball landed at the base of the fence. Should have been caught. Leon Jones lost the ball in a murderous Sunfield here in left field.
Jones completely losing the ball. He misjudged it at first. He went all the way back to the wall bracing. He thought it was hit more deeply than it really was. He did it in yesterday's ball game, but did make a catch at the last. There you saw him flare away from the ball.
Bounding ball to Mike Andrews. Right through his legs into right field. 1 run is in. Another run comes in. Over to third is Leon Jones, and down to second is John Milner. Mike Andrews lets it scoop through his legs. Another costly error by the A's, who've committed 4 errors today, and it's now 9-6 Mets.
Let's watch it again. Lindbat's pitch to Milner. Take a look at Mike Andrews, get his feet set, back on his heels. The ball playing him. He cannot get down on the ball. He's had back problems the past. Coming up too soon as the ball scoots.
There's a hopper to Mike Andrews. He has this one. Makes a wide throw. Safe at first base. Tennis is pulled off the bag. Scoring is Jones. Milner goes to third, and it'll be another error charge to Mike Andrews.
Andrews making the play hurriedly. Brody does not run very well. He had a little bit more time than that, as you can see. Now let's watch to see as Tennis tries to get back. He was shaking his shoulder, which could be a serious blow if he's injured seriously.
The last two errors took place in Game 2 and were made by Oakland's Mike Andrews. They resulted in Andrews being fired and then reinstated by the Commissioner of Baseball amid much discussion and dissension on the Oakland club. When he next appeared in Game 4 at Shea Stadium, one of the odd moments of World Series history, an opposing player twice given a standing ovation by the hometown fans. And we felt that it was unique enough to open Game 5 in this manner. Ladies and gentlemen, last night we saw a rare moment in World Series history. Two standing ovations for a reserve obscure infielder by the name of Mike Andrews. Mike Andrews did not have a job in the middle of the summer. After being picked up by the Oakland A's, he was sent home packing last Sunday night. Well, it's been an experience, I think, that Mike Andrews will always wonder about. And, you know, we read about the horrifying crimes in the streets, and we have a nation of knockers, it seems sometimes. Also, quality and substance nowadays seem to be scoffed at and appreciated. But I think last night Mike Andrews found out how decent people can really be. First of all, his own teammates stood solidly behind him. And then the enemy crowd, the New York Met fans, who were vilified for their actions here in Game 5 against the Cincinnati Reds, proved to be warm and understanding. Typically, New York sports fans have always rooted for the underdog. And last night, they rooted for Mike Andrews. The standing ovation Mike Andrews will always ponder about and wear a secret smile the rest of his life. For this World Series coverage, we had 10 cameras, 3 slow motion machines, and 1 videotape machine. There were many exceptional plays made, and we were able to show them with many replays from different angles.
One out, the base is empty for the Mets in the last of the second. That one is over by the Mets dugout. And reaching in is Gene Tennis, and he has it. Gene Tennis into the box seats, gets a hand on a sparkling play on Seaver's foul ball.
Hawks Tennis again, a lot less room here in Shea Stadium between the foul line and the stands. Over in the cameraman's position, he makes a whale of a play on this one. It takes the camera down with him. Here's another angle as Tennis goes into the cameraman's box. Toppling over. Fine play by Gene Tennis.
Fly ball off first. Out in no man's land. Dick Green is after it. So is Tennis. Tennis picks it off right in front of Green's head. Very fine play by Gene Tennis, who's converted to become an outstanding first baseman this year.
Ordinarily, this would be the second baseman's ball. Green coming over as quickly as he could, but with a right-handed hitter, he had to go a little bit farther.
There's a drive in the left center. Jackson back. On the run, he has it. He saved a run there. Reggie Jackson playing center field for the first time this year. Flagged that one down and saved a run. And Brody would have had a sure double at least.
Here he goes back to left center field. Holston making mistakes inside. They've been playing these right-handed hitters toward right center field. He got rid of the ball quickly, holding that runner at second base.
Way back in center, Don Hahn going toward the wall. He's in the track. He's at the wall. He leaps, and Don Hahn has the ball.
They're playing Woody perfectly, shading him a little bit to right field. Hahn actually thought he was a little closer to the wall than he was when he hit the warning track. He jumped. He still had some room. Go back a couple more steps, but it's a fine catch. Let's look at it again from another angle as he crunches the warning track. As soon as he hits it, he knows he's getting close. He knows he can take just a couple of more strides. Here he goes.
Perfectly timed jump, Tony.
Runner goes. Go to second, and he is safe. A stolen base. A stolen base for Campaneris.
Let's look at it again. Brody really coming out of there with a good throw to Felix Millan. A close call for Russ Getz, the second base umpire. From that angle, he appeared to be out. Let's look at another angle. Take a close look as Brody really got rid of the ball with a perfect throw. How do you tell with that cloud of dust? Here's another angle from center field. Harry Coyle's got a lot of angles in this shot. I believe as the tag was coming down, he did have that foot in on the bag.
This is a 2-1 pitch coming up. It's a high fly into left field. Not too deep. Rudy's there. Tagging is Harrelson. Will he gamble? He's coming. Here's the throw. And he is out at home plate. He's out. Willie Mays. Rushing up. Yogi Berra arguing. The Mets have gone wild on the double play. Joe Rudy throws out Bud Harrelson. Willie Mays arguing. Here it is, Monty.
Here it is. Harrelson was going to go all the way. The throw from Rudy, who is a fine thrower, got to Fosse. The question is, did Fosse tag him? He's got it in plenty of time to tag him. He might have missed him right there. You can't tell with this angle, but he definitely had a shot at him.
Let's look at this angle now. Rudy lets it go. A great throw by Rudy. Coming in. Fosse has it now, reaches for it, but it appears that he missed it.
Hey, look at the position of the umpire here, Kurt. He's lying down on the ground. Look at this. He really wants to get a look at it.
Look at Willie Mays saying, no! Right down there with the umpire.
It's way back in left, and Rudy retreats to the wall, and Rudy
What a
ran in
grab!
there. He's got it.
Jones really cracked it. It appeared like it was going out of the ballpark at first. Rudy played a little bit shallow. Then the ball started sinking. Had that top spin. What a great play. The play of the series so far. Fortunately, he did not hit the fence head on. Here's another angle. Going into that fence at a little bit of an angle. No chance to break his speed. Curtis.
Here's the whole play again. I think when he smacked his left hand, this is from the center field camera, coming at you now. And watch him when he hits the iron fence out there, or the screen, pushing his left hand to brace himself up against the fence.
You're now watching the final out of the 1973 World Series.
The Campaneers, the A's are the world champions. Oakland has won it again.
It was followed by a victory celebration in the A's clubhouse. To the victorious A's went the trophy, symbolic of world championships. To NBC went the satisfaction of having presented the color, the action, and the excitement of what many millions consider to be the sports highlight of every year.